Shake it like a salt, shake it like a salt, shake it like a salt. Oh, okay, so we're done. All right, well, first and foremost, if you made it this far with my antics, give this video a thumbs up, period. Let's start there. To jump right in, we're going to start off with foundation. I've done brows off camera and I applied MAC Select Cover Up underneath my eyes and a little bit on my lids just so it could get tacky, cover up the darkness, give me a blank slate, even out the skin. So I'm using my Real Techniques Body Blender, the biggest blender on the market. It's linked in the description box down below. I'm using that. Gosh darn it. Somebody sent me a text. I don't think you could hear that. I'm going to keep talking. Okay, so I'm going to pounce in the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Butter Pecan and the Maybelline Super Stay foundation in 340 Cappuccino. Just really pouncing that in, blending it in. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went to the esthetician the day that I filmed this, right? And she microdermed my face and specifically focused on like my under eyes and like around my mouth and a little bit on my lids. And she scraped my under eyes. So what would be my right eye for y'all looking at this and for me editing this, doing this voiceover, the right eye is like scraped up. Like it looks like I got hit. So girl, you won't believe what just happened. What? I just got hit and I need to go to IJustGotHit.com. Okay. So, yeah, if you're from Dallas, you totally understand what that reference was. If not, you think I'm just talking to myself. As I pounce in my concealer, moving on, y'all. So we're using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Warm Beige with the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX11. This is the juice, the tea, the squeeze. This is honestly some of the best concealer out there on the market. It's thickalicious. It's, it wants to be me. It wants to measure up. It wants to have a 26-inch waist. It really wants to have, 40-inch hips, if that's even my correct measurements. It wants to have a 34-inch bust. It does, but it just doesn't. But it tries, it does its best. So I'm just pouncing the concealer in with my beauty blender. This is an actual like legitimate beauty blender. It just looks like it was torn to shreds by a dog because I have nails, and when I go to wash it and like squeeze it out and wring it out, my nails kind of like puncture it. So yeah, it looks like I put it through a shredder. So I'm really focusing on blending, partially because I love to blend out my cream products, but also partially because that esthetician scraped up my under eye and I wanted to make sure you couldn't see it. I think we have to just like learn to laugh at our trauma, Anyways, so once I finally blend that out, I'm going to press in some powder. Using a Real Techniques brush, I'm just like tapping. I'm not pressing it in. I'm like actually tapping, like Nav. Tap, 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 tap. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in 300 Nude Beige. So I'm just tapping that in over all the places that I placed my concealer, over all the places that I placed. Yeah, whatever, girl. And now I'm using, the name escapes me. What is that? A powder puff. I'm using a powder puff with the Huda Beauty Banana Bread Powder. Listen, Huda, you put your foot in that powder, girl. I'm just going to be honest with you. But Rihanna, I'm coming for you, girl. I'm about to re-up on Rihanna's Fenty Beauty Powder and Banana because it reigns supreme. Is it raining outside? What in the world? Okay, anyways, girl, we're going to keep going. So okay, let's focus because this part is really serious because I'm about to do my eyeshadow. Why am I so immature? Grow up, girl. So I'm applying a little bit of the Huda Beauty powder to just mattify my lids, and now we're going in with the e.l.f. cream liner, and I'm gonna take this like domed eyeshadow brush, and I'm just like pressing this into my eyelid. Now, do not, I repeat, do not take this any higher than your crease. Go on either side, you know, from your inner corner to your outer corner, but don't take it any higher than your crease. I'm taking the Daisy Marquez palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm dipping into that black. I don't have the name of the shade, but it'll be in the description box down below, I promise. So I'm using that same brush that I used to apply the e.l.f. cream liner. I'm using that to dip into the black shade in the Daisy Marquez palette, and I'm just tapping that on top of the e.l.f. cream liner. The e.l.f. cream liner is just a base to make that black shadow even blacker and to help when it comes to blending. So I'm personally taking a smaller, more precise eyeshadow brush, like a blending brush, to really blend out literally just the edges. Are y'all doing construction? What the hell? What are we doing? Are we moving in or out? What are we doing? It's loud. Anyways, oh my God, do y'all hear that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It adds razzle dazzle. We're continuing. So I'm taking a really precise Morphe eyeshadow brush. Again, I'll put it in the description box down below. And I just blended out the edges of that product. So I blended out the edges. Now I'm taking a fluffier eyeshadow brush and still sticking with the edges. But I'm blending out the edges and like really smoking it out and blowing it out without taking it any higher than, I would say, like my literal crease. You can take it literally an air, girl? No, a hair above your crease. And I do mean a hair. If you take it any further, if you take it to that brow bone, girl, take your whole face off. Take your Control Alt Delete your entire face. You think I'm playing? I'm dead serious. You're going to have to reset your whole face and put it in some rice. Do not take this eyeshadow any further than your crease. You can smoke it out just a little bit, but I do mean just a little bit. And you got to look at yourself with like your eyes slanted down a little bit like I did. Because yeah, you can go from this to Panda real quick. So I'm not adding any more product onto my brushes. I just switch brushes. This is an even fluffier brush. I'm actually using windshield wiper motions as opposed to the circular motions that I was using because the edges are blended out to me at this point. What I'm doing is going back and forth, like I said, windshield wiper motions with a fluffier brush. It'll be in the description box. And I'm just blending out the edges so it doesn't have a line of demarcation where it starts and finishes. Okay, girl, I know you're feeling yourself, but we got to keep going. So we're going back into the Daisy Marquez palette. I'm going to do another layer of black and keep it really low. Like literally on my mobile lid. I'm, doing my deep breathing exercises because smoky eyes are really stressful. But I feel like you just have to have it under control. Like you can't come to the smoky eye like you weren't ready for the pep. Like you got to be ready for the pep. Even if you're not pep ready. Let me know if Twitter jokes like fly on YouTube. I don't know how this works anymore. So I'm just using my second fluffy eyeshadow brush to kind of pat that black in, and then I'm going in with the fluffiest of them all to kind of swirl, use circular motions to really blend and swirl and blow it out. It's looking good. Okay, I got the stamp of approval from myself. So we're going to move on. Let's move on to use the Duo Glue. This is the Duo Brush On Adhesive. This is the lash glue that I'm using currently. What I'm going to do is I place some on a paper towel on the table, but that was dumb. Sorry, I just cracked my knuckle. So I'm going to place some more on the back of my hand because that makes more sense. I'm going to take this. It's like a synthetic eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to apply the Duo Lash Glue like I would apply a cut crease canvas or concealer, basically like I'm making a cut crease. I'm in the same shape. I'm using some glitter from Glow Up Cosmetics. I will link them down below. It's a black-owned brand that I follow on IG. Like, they have beautiful glitters, okay? Beautiful glitters. So I use like a finely milled pressed one, and then I use a really chunky one, and I think it's so freaking freaking pretty. I think it adds so much razzle dazzle and character to this black smoky eye. I'm so glad that I learned how to like mix both of them. Really, the trick to it all is the brush on lash adhesive. I do not use glitter adhesive when it comes to a glitter eye. You would think, but use that, put that glitter adhesive to better use and put it in your smile lines if you suffer from smile lines, or put it in your under eye area if you suffer from creasing under your eyes. Anyways, so I'm just going to the other eye and doing the exact same thing, patting on the finely milled glitter and then going right over top of that with the chunky glitter. So I'm just showing you what it looks like. Winky. And now we're moving on. So I'm going to use some more black from the Daisy Marquez palette, and I'm just tapping that in the outer corner because I want this black smoky eye to be very black in the places where it's not glittery. Using my fluffiest of them all brush to kind of like sweep that out, blend that out, swirl that out. Like the neighbors that are moving out outside and making all that noise. And so now I'm adding some mascara. We're not going to add any eyeliner, but we're going to go in with these E11 lashes because they're fluffy, they're wispy, they're dramatic enough, but not 25 millimeter because my eyes cannot handle 25 millimeter lashes, girl. I will have droopy, low eyes. They are the heaviest things on the market. Like, listen, I don't know what's heavier, 25 millimeter lashes or, you know what? Let me be appropriate. Let me be appropriate, okay? For once. Dang, girl, be mature. Dang. So now that I've applied my lashes, I'm going to go in with the Farsali Rose Gold Spray. Now, this stuff is amazing. And I like to pat out my powders. So I like to pat out my loose powder. But I recommend using the Farsali Rose Gold Spray or any like dewy spray as opposed to the Fix Plus that I was using because, yeah, you just get a much smoother finish. Ignore the right eye, girl. I know I look like I got punched. We are going to pretend as a family that that's not there. So I'm just like fanning my face. Even though I have a fan, I'm going to use it later. I'm going to press in some MAC Studio Fix powder in NC43 to really try to cover up this bruise that I got from this esthetician, but also just to brighten up my face and like set my face and give me that flawless airbrush finish. That's the Morphe Continuous Spray. Bury me with that, keep that in mind. Put this in my will, okay? I want to be buried with the Morphe Continuous Spray. So I got a new bronzing powder. I forgot what I was using before, girl. Oh, NW45. I was using NW45, but I was running out of that. So I got a new one from Sephora. It's going to be in the description box down below because I don't have the name of it off the top of my head. But I think it's really pretty. I think it's a little warm, but it works for this look. I think going forward, I want something a little bit cooler, maybe something a tad bit darker, but like I said, it works for this look. So we're going to contour the nose. We're going to snatch her up, but not do too much. And you want to be really careful when you're contouring the nose, y'all, because you don't want to smear any of the black shadow that you have on your eyes onto your nose contour, because then you're going to really have to control out, delete your whole face, take it off, put it in rice and reset it and install those updates. And you don't want to do that because that takes all night. So anyways, to avoid that, I didn't really go in and like super like blend out my nose contour. So I had to go in with some MAC NC43 powder. Anyhow, it worked out. So I'm going to take this like Ruby Kisses real small, precise brush and go, oh my God, I got another text message. Are y'all, can I work? Can I work? Like I need to feed my family. Jesus. So, like I said, I got another Ruby Kisses brush, super precise, went back in to the Daisy Marquez palette to that black eyeshadow. Come on, Ashley. Words mean things. And just put that underneath my eyes on my lash line. And I blended it out, but not too much. Really concentrated. Don't blow it out too much. Added some mascara on those lower lashes. And now we're going in with, listen, the highlighter of the decade. I can't believe I slept on this as long as I slept on this. This is the Wet n Wild 333B Golden Flower Crown Highlighter. Again, bury me with this. I really need you guys to take notes, okay? Put this in my will. you need to bury me with, with this highlighter. Whoever you're going to hire to do my makeup, tell them Wet n Wild Golden Flower Crown. Put it everywhere. Put it everywhere. So I'm just applying that to like the high points of my face, applying some more Morphe Continuous Spray, finally pulling out this bougie fan. I did not buy these off Amazon just for them to sit around. Like, girl, use them. So now I'm using my body blender and pouncing in the places where I put my highlighter because it just looks like it melts into the skin. And I like the fact that this is a pressed highlighter and not a loose highlighter. No offense to MTF Cosmetics by Tiara. That is my jam. That is my baby. That is like my fave. But this one, it's not super glittery, and I like that because it just looks really, really good on the skin. So now I'm doing my lip liner. This is MAC Chestnut lip liner, and bury me with, you know what? I'm just going to make a tentative list of everything that you guys need to bury me with. And I don't know what lip gloss this is, but it's in my drawer, so I'll go find it and put it in the description box. But it's like some lip gloss that I got off Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, girl. Instagram. If I get one more text message, you know what? I'm just going to quit. I'm at the end. It's not necessary to quit right now. But I applied some lip gloss. Don't know what it was, but I'll figure it out. Bring on some Morphe Continuous Spray, and that is it. Did you like this video? Like it. You better have liked it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think. And until next time, stay beautiful. I love you guys. Like this video. Bye.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit.